His characters, many created right here in Los Angeles, have entertained kids for generations. And tonight, we're getting unique new insight into the mind of Jim Henson. For the first time, CBS 2's Sandra Mitchell turns the pages of Jim Henson's Red Book.
It's the Muppet Show with our very special guest star, Crystal Gale.
He was a prolific artist with a constant outpouring of creativity.
Ladies and gentlemen,
In 1965, then 28-year-old Muppeteer Jim Henson started documenting his daily activities in what became known as the Red Book. Deemed ancient history, it was a glimpse into Henson's life for the next 23 years, revealed now for the very first time.
He was busy and he didn't have enough time to do everything he wanted to do, so it was an efficient way of keeping information.
Archivist Karen Falk of the Jim Henson Company Archives says the Red Book helps fans rediscover the man behind the creative process.
Well, Jim was a real collaborator, and he loved to work with other people and really saw that as the best way to get the best product when you're creating something. And he had a great eye for talent. Something that comes up again and again is he kept track of all the different cars that he bought. A Kermit colored Lotus, which he got in London. He made sure to make a note of that. I think Jim's family played a very important part. Of course, his first performing partner was Jane Henson, and after they worked together for a few years, they got married. And they had 5 children, all of whom are still involved in the business.
I think that's right, that he was blending his personal life and his work life very seamlessly.
Henson's oldest daughter, Lisa Henson, now heads the Jim Henson Company right here on La Brea in the heart of L.A. And she says a lot of people would be surprised by what the one-liners reveal about her late father.
He never stopped thinking about his next project or the one he was working on and doodling or writing, and he took up every spare moment if he was on an airplane.
Including frequent trips to work on projects here in LA.
And particularly where technology was concerned, he'd be thinking ahead to something that people had never seen before. I think if people are discovering the Red Book through Twitter or Facebook, they might be surprised at how many other things Jim Henson did besides the Sesame Street Muppets and the Muppet Show Muppets, or Fraggle Rock. That's probably the extent of what most people will come there knowing about. So it's really fun that, you know, there's this wide depth of work that people would discover through the Red Book.
Well, it's been 20 years since Jim Henson's death. Some hope this little red book will help fans take part in the Jim Henson legacy.
I think that people will be learning more about him as a person, and at the same time what the company is doing is hoping to further his overall creative mission of creating characters and worlds and friends for kids and for families.
Sandra Mitchell, CBS 2 News.
that's totally cool.
To see more excerpts from Jim Henson's Red Book, just go to CBSLA.com and click on Seen on TV.
Well, you can tell from the smiles around here that his creative genius continues to make us smile.
Exactly. It always